So this is the Surge Redline bag from 3V Gear. At the time that I'm doing this video, I don't think it's actually out yet. So this may be a prototype, but I think this is pretty much the bag that's going to market. I wanted to walk you through what it is. It's a relatively small, relatively lightweight backpack that's good for a day hiker or possibly even a trail runner that may be doing an overnight camp as well, where size and weight's important. It's small enough that you can just about run with it, but big enough that you can take enough gear with you that you could sleep overnight if you wanted to. And because it's got some adjustable straps on the side, you can make it bigger or smaller depending on how much stuff you're taking with you. It comes with a free 2 litre bladder, which comes out through the front for hydration that you can drink from, which is kind of a nice touch. And in fact, there's enough space for a 3 litre one if you want to upgrade as well. From a features point of view, it's probably easiest to go from the back to the front. On the back, there's a crisscross bungee here that I tend to use for attaching things like rain jackets or waterproof jackets, so that when they get a bit wet you can bungee them on the outside here just to dry. There's also a pouch here. I've actually put a 1.5 litre sort of 30 ounce, I think 30 ounce bottle in the back here, just to show how big it is. So you can actually get quite a large flask in the back there as well. Or again, I would possibly put things like my flashlights and that kind of thing in. First zip that you come to, if I undo the side bits as well, just so that you can see the full capacity, there's enough space in the first bit for things like your wallet, first aid kit, that kind of thing. I'm not sure if you can see right in here, but there's little mesh pockets as well, just for organising stuff. I would keep things like spare underwear, socks, first aid kit, batteries, that kind of stuff in that sort of first one. And you'll notice when these do up, most of the zips have a flap that goes over them just to keep the rain out, although this one on the outside is a little bit more susceptible to the wet. Next zip up on top here is the big one. He said fluffing about a bit with it, but it unzips pretty far, and just for the purposes of understanding just how useful this bag is, I've actually packed this bag with a hammock, overnight sleeping quilt, jacket, and everything I would need to camp overnight. So you can see that the main compartment's really good at storing everything you kind of need if you're doing an overnight stay while you're on trail. Next compartment along is a little pocket on top. Again, you'll see there's a flap over the zip, and inside is a pocket. This is perfect for keys, wallet, phone, that kind of thing. The pocket's not huge, but it keeps stuff on top so that you can get hold of them nice and easily, nice and quickly. On the top here are little straps that you can adjust the tension of the shoulder bits on the front, just for a bit more comfort. So once you put this on, I would suggest you then pull these down tight, just to tighten the whole webbing system around you. But if you undo these two and flip it back, you've then got zip access to the hydration part, and that's the free 2 litre bladder. And in fact, they have holes, little mounting velcro bits here, you can just see on the inside there, for mounting the hydration bladder. There's way more space in there. That's a completely full bladder, and there's still loads of space in there, so you could easily get a 3 litre one in there. If you're not carrying that much water there, you could easily get loads more kit in the back of that bit too. Whiz around to the sides, there's mesh pockets on the side that you can reach while you're wearing it. I keep things like bug spray, sun cream, sun spray, that kind of stuff on both sides. You could also keep snacks down there. And then as you come around to the front, there are zip pockets on both sides on the waist belt, which is useful again for snacks and that kind of thing. You can see I've actually run the hydration hose through a small hole at the top down here underneath these reflective strips, just to keep it tidy, and I just have it hanging just there. In fact, as a scuba diver, this feels very similar to a diving buoyancy jacket. There's a chest sternum strap here on the front that's got a bit of bungee to it, and you can adjust the height up and down to fit the sternum perfectly. And there's also a waist belt down here at the bottom, which, to be honest, I'm not convinced you even need. The pack sits well enough. And then, just to help keep you cool and comfortable, you can probably see there's a kind of foam mesh bit that sticks out on the back here. It gives you some freedom for air to flow down the middle, but also a mesh bit to just sop up a bit of sweat and get a bit of moisture past your back, just to keep it as comfortable as possible. I dropped this on the scales. It came in at about £1 6 ounces, so it's a little bit on the heavy side, but it's incredibly well built. I'd guess it's probably made with 600 denier ripstop, effectively Cordura, I'm going to guess. So and they come with a very hefty guarantee with these bags, but that's it as a first look. I think the thing that always surprises me with their gear is just how low the price is. I don't know the exact price on this one, but I've been told it's somewhere around $60, which I think is astonishingly good value for money for a pack. But there you go, there's a kind of first look of the Redline bag.